What it do, World Warriors? We back in here, clashing in the streets. Another volume, another edition. Move further into the brackets. In our last installment, last Saturday night, we saw Team REZ do some cooking here with 3 Street Fighter 2 characters and Noah the Prodigy with his grappler play. Kidding. Luke is at everything, you know?
Yeah, Luke was definitely designed with some ideas in mind for being well-rounded, right? He was supposed to be the new Ryu, so it kind of makes sense. And in the context of Street Fighter 6, where everything can be very aggressive, in the hands of Noah, it can feel like you're fighting a grappler sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for today. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the players into the room here, so I'm gonna need you to carry me a little bit. But let's talk about the teams that we have today. I'm gonna go back to the versus screen here. What do we got, man? Walk me through this.
Well, last time what was really significant was Enzo busting out the Sagat, and he was just like, I don't think he barely even took a round in the previous match there, and then going up against Team STG, who got the bye here. Then they're meeting up, and we got some legendary names here: Lex Reborn, Ramsar, Ego, and Tar here. So I mean, it's all toxicity here, man. You got 2 agents of Psycho Power, and then you got Rush. So you got either the Graffiti, you got the Air, you got the Ed, you got the JP in there. So, but I mean, if there's a team that can be well-rounded to handle it on the spaces here, Team REZ looking good. Like Big Mo, the way he had that movement with Blanca, had some close rounds there we saw in the previous team battle where he was up against Team EX Dojo there. So, you know, big surprises out there looking. Maybe we can see some character switches out there. I don't know what to expect. I mean, when you got these characters up there and this type of diversity, because it's really just 8 different play styles that just show with it here. Everything ranging from like Shotos to Luke to just being belligerent. I mean, we're kicking this off. We're kicking this off with Blanca and JP. Like, that's how we're gonna set the tone here.
It might be. It might actually be. I don't know for sure. I don't know who they're gonna play, but that's what I expect, right? Who else would they play, considering those are their main characters? But Noah is going to be the first pick here on the left side for REZ, as you can see. But yeah, I wonder.
It's going to be Noah versus Ego. That's going to be Luke versus JP.
Yeah, so I wonder if it's going to be Luke or if it's going to be Bison. Because funny enough, I actually got a chance to play Noah today in Chris T's Gauntlet tournament. And I pulled up with my JP, and I Noah immediately swapped from Luke to Bison. So it could be maybe he's gonna do the same thing here. I know generally JP is a character that people don't really want to have to fight, especially in the first or two, without a character that they know that's gonna have a good advantage against them. But Noah has a few characters that I think do really well against JP. We have the Luke, of course, does well against JP overall, but not necessarily like a hard counter pick. It's just like he does well. Cammy, I would say, is more of a counter pick, sort of, but Bison is straight up just a counter pick. Like, that's like, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to be full screen, and I want you to deal with me 100%. So, we'll see what Noah pulls out, but we already see him on the Cammy, so who knows?
I mean, it's a patriarch of the Psycho Power, so it makes sense that it would work not just in the lore, but also in the practice, and that's what we like to see. At the same time, I mean, I actually opt more so towards preferring to counterpick JP rather than stomach the matchup, because especially a first to 2, you got to understand like their tendency to do EX Amnesia, Overdrive Amnesia rather, and other types of even the level 1 Wake Up. I mean, sometimes they'll drop their block strings and go for that complete full screen command grab that they got going on there. Because you got to know, either these are certain tools that exist like a double-edged sword. I'm always trying to look for that. So if I got a good counter pick against JP, I can do some things that kind of expose more of those options rather than me having to collect data from like being up on the ropes. Because other JPs, they like to either will you down with neutral, test your patience, or they're looking to just rob you immediately, go into level 2 mode, and you got to guess. And especially if you're in burnout, you got to get lucky. So those types of situations, sometimes you get experience, you get a knowledge of this player. I mean, players at this level in these teams have familiarity with each other, I'm sure. But you got to be able to see like what kind of mold does this JP come from? Because Street Fighter 6 first came out, I mean, we had like 10 JPs that were like doing really well across the South Florida region. I mean, you probably triple that number all across Florida.
Yeah,
at that time.
they're everywhere.
And everybody was different because first off, his Crouching Fierce, still a very good anti-air, but it was like ridiculous back. But at the same time, I mean, JP's air throw is just like, it shouldn't be that good. But I mean, it's like he could get it like just at like the lowest of the height restrictions. He could like just be such a defensive powerhouse, but at the same time, like still test your patience. You got to figure out like, how patient they are, how persistent they are. You know, I mean, we can talk all day, but that's about it. But what I love about the character is he really sets the tone for what neutral is in Street Fighter 6, I feel like. And because he is what I call traditionally, when you have something that's a boss character, they are their own match. Like, you are literally playing their game. And it's just a matter of, but that doesn't mean it's at their advantage, because some players thrive in boss fight situations. Sometimes I've seen so many JPs like give it away. Like basically like I can be patient and just wait for them to make a big mistake and just sacrifice resources to stay in that like fierce punch just outside medium buttons range to punish with it. So I mean, that's why I prefer Optin to have those counter picks with it, because it's nicer when he's got to deal with things like dive kicks, anti-projectile measures, EX Blanca balls, and we saw from Big Mo last time around, he got the toy game going on too. He wanted it up.
Yeah, no, I mean, there are a lot of different ways to approach shaping. You're exactly right. I think calling him out as far as like being the one that sets the pace in neutral is, you know, that's kind of how it goes down. But here, Noah, already you could see the Luke coming out as expected. Oh, here we go. Got to catch up. CFN.
Yeah, we end there. You know, and I just want to say too, because there was a voice in the back of my head, like, you know, Christian, Luke is never a bad decision, though. I mean, I just don't believe Luke has a bad match. I don't care what's on paper. I've not seen it in practice.
Yeah, he's more like a struggle just based on closing out more than anything. Like, he doesn't have that damage he used to have, sort of explosiveness. And it's one of those issues, I think, maybe not issue is not the right word, but there are other characters in the game that kind of do what Luke does, more or less, right? Ryu, for example, has the damage. He has the shoulder. I saw that. Yeah, back to the command grab.
He went through the command grab. Like, I mean, Ego was coming back on some borrowed time there with the missed overdrive reversal there, which Noah was unable to punish. And I could let Ego move forward a little bit, but man, did Noah just slip under the radar there when the reset completely works in your favor. I mean, that's like an 80% type play too, because you really got to test the reactions. They got to watch for it. Oh, this time Noah's gonna make it count.
Yeah.
This time Noah's like, yo, when you try to amnesia like me from the corner, I do not forget. I do not forgive. You're going to Memphis. Bam.
Yeah.
What up?
Sir, you better not forget about that next time. Noah for sure loves to bait, especially amnesia. He doesn't like getting hit by that at all. So you can pretty much expect a lot of baiting from Noah, especially in situations where he believes that you have to make something happen. He's going to bait a lot. So I wonder if Simply Ego is going to be applying some other defensive options. Yeah, there we go. Delayed crouch, medium punch, already adapting to that. Noah's going to, at this point, I expect to adapt to that a little bit as well. We'll see.
I love the movement here. Noah's just giving no opportunity to play some neutral, just sealing him off, and then just, you know, cause it's like, you can't step too close because I got a switchblade of that low forward there. I also got those low strongs to check you on the movement there. Just straight up going into the fisticuffs there. You know, we're not seeing any portals. He's going to use the frame disadvantage there from those pillars there. Get him dashing up in there. Cool, calm, and collected. Just even backing up. You want to jump up out of the corner there. Okay, but I'm going to give you no more space after that.
Like the
Let's go, punch. But I got the income tax. You ain't collecting that 200.
Yeah, neutral jump bait again. Simply Ego was not really the answer. He's going to pay the price. He's going to go to Memphis. Man, how many times are you going to go to Memphis? You must really like it there, huh?
Well, if you're letting him build meter like that, he might as well. Closes it out for the 2-0. Remember, this is a 3-0. First to 3, rather. Waseda style bracket we got going on there. So, but Noah taking that 2-0 up there, yeah, he's just building up that meter. That's one of the things, though, that, like, I feel like you have, like, worlds of confidence. Like, I'm talking like that kid Chameleon. This is a story of someone too cool to beat. confidence with Luke is when you're not getting stopped on the movement, you're not getting anti-aired, no jumps are getting checked. Like, for that, it's like, I feel like I just have, like, infinite control. I'm moving around like Miss Pac-Man with the Power Pelican.
Oh, tries for the DI. Noah just escapes, just jumps out, doesn't even try to counter. I think he just preferred the corner. I think Slippy Eagle, yeah, adaptation. The air we were talking about earlier, yeah, the side switch after the fact as well.
The side switch makes it so godlike as well, because there's so many other really good air throws in this game. I think about half the cast has air throws, but they don't side switch like that. So you still got to do a little bit of work to get out the corner there. But JP's got himself on the other side of the board.
Yes, sir. Simply Eagle has been fighting for the most part back to the wall, and he's going to be back to the wall in terms of putting Noah at set point. This is it for Simply Eagle. He has to make something happen right now.
Yeah, with that level 2 on deck too, I would just like try to opt for a knockdown, just go into level 2, and then just see if I can just get a little bit of robbery just to extend the matchup a little bit here. Because there's some JPs that just want to play in neutral and defend, and there's other JPs that will rush to that level 2 immediately.
Oh, that's me. I'm a level 2 merchant. 100%.
Hey, nothing wrong with it though. I love that.
Oh, you see the neutral jump baits from Noah from a distance, just making sure that JP doesn't have a good way to answer. Air jump forward, air throw, but Noah immediately sending him to Memphis. He's ended every single game the same way. And Simply Eagle can't help but take the bus to Memphis one more time. Noah wins 3-0 clean.
3-0, 3 level 3s in those fashion, and I would argue even in a different method there. This time, getting it done on the reversal there. You know, sometimes, man, you see it as a player, you're like, you know, the opponent, they got me finally in a position down here. They finally got me against the ropes on my back. You know, they're going to reach in. They're like, I'm going to make it count. I'm going to make you see it. And that's when you're like, okay, got that reversal on deck, got that in the bank. Noah cashed out on that, close it out, 3-0 with the dub.
Yes, sir. And, oh, the players are starting without my confirmation. Amateurs, man, but it's okay. We'll be good. I'm having to play some catch-up work here since I don't have our Lord and Savior Neo Judai to back me up.
And I think this next match is going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be Big Mo going up against... let's see here. Lex Reborn.
Lex Reborn, okay.
So give me a second here to change the name. You can go ahead and keep yapping.
Good, yeah, good scoop there to get that back throw. Getting out of that corner pressure there to start things off for Lex. Oh, we got the rainbow ball up in there, and already he's busting out the toys. We saw, I mean, Mo was able to get some nice conversions previously. I think it was against 801 Strider.
It was against Strider, especially those dolls that you were liking a lot. A little bit too much, you know. You're a freak, man. What's going on? You like Blanca. You act like a Chun-Li player, but deep down, you know what you are.
I love this character. I love the Blanca Chan, you know. It's like, it's just... I love Blanca that's unapologetic. You know, growing up in the scene, there's always like those two types of Blancas. There's that Blanca that like you get it done online, and it's like, all right, I got a mix-up game with it. I'm gonna ride it out. But they're like the apologetic. And then you got the other people that's like, yeah, hold this level 2. Let's get it. You're lucky that wasn't a punish counter. Oh, I'm gonna slide in those DMs. Hey, you up?
Oh, yeah, nice.
DI,
Lex looking good. Impact. Okay, Shimmy. Drops the combo, though. Goes down the wrong combo path. Still okay, though. Has the level 2 on deck if he needs it.
Yeah, that level 2 is designed in a similar manner. I mean, it's inspired. Both of their level 2s are inspired by their defense. I know. I mean, I don't mean to talk too much about Street Fighter 5. Is it?
We can talk about Street Fighter 5, man. It's all good.
Nah, that was an abusive relationship for me. So
at the end, it was okay. I think. At the end, it was okay. I think.
No, I got nice at the end. Game got great at the end. That's it. I was making it out. I wasn't making it out of pools until the end. So yeah, the game didn't.
Yep. But speaking of Street Fighter 5 V-Trigger, right? This is exactly what it's like. Except now there's an extra layer on top of having that doll, that extra assist. We're playing Marvel. We're playing Mortal Kombat. What's going on? Okay, sway in.
And that's what I love. Like they just made Blanca more of a robbery character after like the first time. We're like, whoa, robbery.
That's what he is, though. Why do we ever pretend like he wasn't? That's what he's always been.
CBS too. In Count vs. SNK 2, he's just straight up a wrecking. And here we go. Big Mo with the meaty close standing medium kick. You know, I'm a degenerate Rose player too, you know, so that close standing medium kick, get that airborne in the grill there. It's so nice, especially when they're rematched the blows on the wake up. And you're like, nah, this meaty's the breakfast of champions. Just like that drive rush overhead to kick things off.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of fruits around them. Hopefully they can maintain their meaties. We'll see. Oh, shimmy, but drops it. Combo here. I like that. I think that was medium ball, which is fully punishable. Okay, just backs away.
To do that. Okay, yeah, those lows by Ed are like so nasty. You got a deceptively nice reach, and especially with the burnout on deck. Yeah, he's gonna get that snatcher in there.
Yeah, that's a big bait here. This should be nice and easy. I don't think it's gonna complicate the combo. Heavy, heavy, drive rush, heavy, heavy. Good and standard.
Yeah, use that snatcher because when you parry snatcher, it only comes back to you at half the distance as otherwise. But when they're burnt out, they got to block. They got to hold it. You got more of that frame advantage.
All the way in, yeah.
Yeah, and you got that frame advantage. So it's like it's a mix-up that you just know you can like adjust to the characteristics of more nicely.
Oh,
it's
I
one
like
of those situations. Yeah, that empty jump throw. I mean, hey, if they're parrying you, you know, if they're anti-airing you with parry,
I mean, that was a safe jump after the blitz in neutral, the heavy blitz combo in neutral. One of those really nice privileges that Ed has, that he gets a safe jump from pretty much most situations where he's able to get heavy blitz from a juggle.
That's one thing I want to point out about Big Mo. That's an excellent point there. I want to get back to it. But what I like about Big Mo that I just want to point out right quick, Doctor, is the is Blanca players feel no shame about putting themselves in the corner.
Oh, no, of course not. Especially if you fully understand the DP to beat the drive impact. Yeah, I was just going to say, especially if you understand what to look for and what your threats are. Blanca has some of the best defensive threats in the game. He has the jump back Blanca ball, which beats throws, and you can also do it on reaction to the throw being whiffed by your opponent. You have the DP that's a charged flash kick, so you can react to stuff like that drive impact in the last round. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very similar to some iterations of Ibuki, I feel like, where Ibuki not just only like can have that advantageous counter corner momentum, but let's see that level 2 on deck. You know, I'm excited for it. Oh no, caught him against the drive rush there. Lex goes right where Big Mo wants him. Oh, but I mean, like, not just by cornering themselves, going back to that point, they establish more corner carry and more opportunities to corner the opponent.
Oh, that's
that
true.
Was interesting though.
The bait on the... Okay, this should be a guaranteed splat if... No, never mind. Actually, they're both burnt out. This is over, I think. Yeah, the bait. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lex had a good situation there in the sense that they had the super meter and Big Mo did not. But once Big Mo switched sides, that was kind of it for Lex. I think Lex just had to make a commitment on probably level 3. Good
check there. Get the conversion into that drive rush. He spends half of that meter there to get that corner carry. Yeah, I want to point out that too, Doc. The oh, wait a second. Look at this exchange. Lex moving forward there. Pair of those fierces, all those different directions, and then frame traps him with that ball. Lex got to say, yo, you got to get up on him. You got to get the neutral reborn up in here.
Neutral reborn.
Get it back in neutral.
Okay, the slide there from Big Mo. Another one. He's been sliding quite a bit, and he knew the frustration was building from Lex's side, and just like that, Big Mo at set point.
Yeah, because one of the things that got Lex that momentum in that previous round that was really close before the last one there was avoiding that EX command grab from Big Mo, and that really like set things forward there. But what I love about that is that just allows Big Mo to continue with his chase. You know, he sees that there's many different ways to smoke a fox out of the hole, and then that's the approach you always want to have, especially when you're rushing down with Blanca.
Yeah. 100% Big Mo rushing down with Blanca, as you mentioned. The slide again, man. He's just doing it preemptively, and just honestly, in the last 2 games, I think Big Mo just realized that Lex was just going to keep walking away, and that was just kind of like their way of getting success.
Because that's the thing, you're not discouraging those options. If you, I mean, Big Mo with the 3-0 there, I want to point out, you're not discouraging any of those options. The thing is about Blanca players is you don't want to just punish, you want to discipline, you want to spank them. Like you want to catch the slide. If you don't catch the slide, they will continue to slide regardless of whether the slide hits or not. And then you see some of those other options that he was throwing out there, mixing it up, where Big Mo just felt more like he had the carte blanche to continue having his offense open there and it really just set the tone there to see. I feel like both of these matches we saw, the winners of the previous sets were just able to just take the neutral and turn it into a one-player game as much as they can. And when you just create that kind of uphill battle, it gets yourself a little bit of mileage to come through. But shout outs to Big Mo, man. That was just some clean Blanca. By clean, I mean degenerate, and I love it. And you saw, and what's excellent too is we saw also the two characters, JP and Blanca. Those are arguably the characters with the two best level 2s that they have in the game, because they can turn rounds instantly on their head.
You could argue that, but I think most people would say that. You said Ed and Blanca, right? I think JP.
I said JP and Blanca.
Oh, you just said JP? Okay,
JP,
cool.
JP and Blanca. I'm sorry if I misspoke and I said Ed. I said
that
was
probably me.
Yeah,
that was probably me.
Yeah,
that was probably me.
But I just wanted to clarify that. I mean, Ed's level 2 is awesome. I do love it, but I just feel that JP and Blanca is the one where specifically I have to worry about, because there's so many times I have a life lead and momentum, or I make a dumbass decision and decide to burn myself out to get a little extra damage, and then the JP player is able to match their way, or the Blanca player too, match their way, get a punish counter sweep on me, activate that level 2, and I'm like, oh boy, time to guess. Like, it just, but understanding those kind of archetypes and seeing like that kind of psychology, like, it gives you the edge, and regardless of the matchup, you have that mental advantage because you're always going to have the next guess.
Yeah, just knowing what you're dealing with is the point you're making, right? In general, and like planning ahead is just part of it, man. These level 2s, they do work like V triggers, where you have to prioritize the win condition over the situational advantage, at least the momentary advantage, I should say.
But that's the way some people are, man.
Big Enzo the Hokage, I like that. You know what? I'll leave that there.
Yep. Enzo's ridiculous with it, man. He has been on fire because, I mean, and Sagat's very useful here. I mean, using the fireball like precisely, especially like using the high tiger shots. I mean, high tiger shot like cooks in this game because it really does a great job at stopping like people's momentum and approaches that they want to have with the drive system, which I like. But I love this use of the Tiger Nexus. We saw the spacing of the Tiger knees. That's really what went the distance for him in the previous round.
Yeah, and you see here the control. Enzo's been looking so good today, by the way, as mentioned in the chat. Like, honestly, if you look at his MR, that tells a whole story, right? We're in NA where, you know, getting legend is not necessarily the easiest thing. Not only is he maintaining it easily, look how deep he is into it. 111th, man. That's like Japanese numbers, you know? So he's super consistent overall as a player. And as we mentioned here, he's going to use this level 2. Is it going to be for the corner carry and the burnout? Yeah, look at that damage.
Dude, the burnout, I love that. That Tiger Raid inspired move there. And Cad had a great start of that round there, and using 2 of those drive rushes to convert and get it in the corner there. But as soon as that burnout was able to happen there, I mean, big, Enzo.
Big Enzo.
In there. Big Enzo. I mean, yeah, that's just a problem there. And like you said, like I've been noticing a lot of that too on ranked, like players doing a lot of the drive rush stand light kick there. And you talk about how that's like a Muay Thai thing where it's like he's kicking you at the, like he has that low. I mean, very similar to the last iteration of Birdie had like that kind of poke as well, where you really had to respect it in that low. What I do love, however, though, is that move is susceptible to like low crushing. So it's like it's always fun to like throw some of that out against like a standing Sagat.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely one of those gambles that if you're going to risk against Sagat. That's why Sagat's so scary, because even though they're on paper answers to his individual tools, committing to them, it is a terrifying thought, because you get into this situation just like you see right now, where Cad's in the corner, Enzo is just controlling, maintaining, jailing, right? You're on the ropes, very literally, you're just getting kicked to death.
I mean, yeah, the range he has on that stand fierce. That button was like such a problem that was one of the things that contributed him being such a god-tier character in Capcom vs. SNK 2, where he still exists with it. But let's see some feng shui and a shimmy into that PC throw. Cad saw there was some drive left in the tank, so got a little step back in there, caught him parrying in the wrong direction. That's great use of momentum. I mean, Cad's able to, I saw Cad doing some very good jobs at turning the match over on its head a bit, and especially like just having the right approach with the drive rush. Like, I should have the drive rush there. But hey, gets it with the throw anyway.
Oh, sweet whiff punish. Tries to go for the side switch, it doesn't work out, but actually pays off a little bit with Cad or CAD rather, just expecting it to be on the left side, but Enzo was still on the right. DP on the stop. Again, tries for the shimmy, but this time, yeah, just gonna control over and over again. I like this from Enzo. CAD, however, not looking terrible.
You just don't want to jump from that far away, that distance, especially when you see that Sagat standing still. He's got all the time in the world to convert on those 2 anti-airs, and that stops the momentum, forcing CAD to retreat a little bit more, and then has that jury in the corner trapped.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that, chat. Again, I'm like triple tasking right now, so I apologize. I'm running the stream while commentating because, you know, I'm a goat, so I gotta keep working on being the goat. Not doing too hot. Oh, speaking of not doing too hot, though, CAD is about to get cooked. Oh my god.
That's it. Yeah. He just walked them straight down there. Like he just brought the leash of his own tiger up in there quickly.
Yeah.
In 23 seconds, you got the level 3 animation, taking him to town for the 2-0. Enzo the Okage has been unstoppable throughout this team battle. We have not seen him drop a single fight yet.
Yep. And CAD was looking good that first round there in the previous game, but Enzo going into round 3 with level 3, that's just such a terrifying situation to be in, especially if you don't have one of your own.
But Enzo just like he's swinging for the fences in there. Like he just jailed him there. You don't want to test those reactions.
I don't know if he's swinging for the fences. I know it feels that way, but I think he's just so precise and he knows when to be more aggressive depending on where he's figured that you're going to be more passive. But when he figures that you're going to fight back, usually that's when he becomes more passive as well. He has a really good sense of when to attack and when to retreat.
Yeah, CAD getting an entry point there, but yeah, using those crouching strong to stand fierce there, it's just kind of just policing the movement, trying to just check and see if he can catch, because he's winning on punt. Like the pokes and the trades, they seem to favor, and also with the strings there as well. Like Enzo immediately going into like when he's able to take his turn and then takes it, especially in situations where CAD may drop the string or the combo. We've seen those exchanges happen about 2 or 3 times in this round and previous.
A standing medium punch there. We're elbowing. Jury's bleeding in their eyes. You can tell she might need some Vaseline in a second. Drive rushing out. With punish with a crouching medium punch again. It's going to be a level 3. I think he's going to do it, man. No, just a level 2. All right.
That's still enough knees to go to town. And again, back to back 3 O's going on. Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, and we do have to. Looks like Dudesickle's already queued up, but please don't start, man. Wait for me to set everything. Oh my god, they're not paying attention, y'all. They're not paying attention. It's all good. We'll go ahead and I don't want to play. Hold up. We'll go ahead and just start spectating while I fix the names here. But yeah, let's go to. Would you mind just carrying me through this? Walk me through what you think about this matchup and what's happened so far with Dudesickle, especially in our previous set where he played against Luke, right? And you saw kind of how he had to approach with Akuma, but now, or rather Ryu, but now he's playing Ken.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the Shoto play, just going on with it. And sometimes, I mean, especially in this one, you want to have the speed there because when you get the mix-ups in the face, that's really where like Rashid could really like struggle a bit there because he's got to get his momentum going, and especially if you got the knowledge of those gimmicks there, like Sickle here is showing off like when to hit those buttons between where Rashid literally goes mix up. What a perfect parry! Look at this guy, he's going to town there. Gets the command run target combo. EX spinning mixer. Yes, it can anti-air. Timed well enough. Sends him with those Jinrais. Really, it's just a matter of just if you can get those Jinrais, the Dragon Lash, where you can just control and traverse. I like the selection here of switching over to Ken.
Yeah, I mean, Dudesickle, I think I told you before, he's not only is he a Shoto specialist, but he has played plenty of characters to 2100 MR, so he definitely understands how to play these characters at a very high level, and he's done it on like 5 different accounts for some reason. The bait on the spinning mixer gets the throw for the maximum meter build. I think the DI actually might have been, actually the throw would have been maximum, but yeah, good bait either way.
It was, but it was just so close because Ramsor was able to get almost what he wanted there off defending with the level 2. Almost got that punish counter throw, which would have been the kill. But in just a moment, it was a regular throw. This time, Yo, not discouraged from the wall jump. Despite getting stopped a few times with those air-to-airs with good awareness from Sickle. Man, that's the thing about Rashid, man. I mean, they are very false 7-time stand-up 8 with the same options. I feel like this is I strongly recommend this character for like a lot of the most stubborn Street Fighter players. I recommend it, and I'm not trashing it. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, you're stubborn and that's why you suck. I'm like, no, I'm saying he's stubborn, that's why you're good.
Oh, there are plenty of stubborn players. I mean, personality does not dictate skill and ability to win, right? So learning how to win with your personality and your own temperament, your proclivities and whatnot, that's kind of, the trait of a good player and a great player is saying, okay, I'm stubborn and I'm not going to fight that. How do I use this to my strength? And yeah, if Rashid's one of those characters that if you want to really push the envelope on that, he will help you do so.
Oh, I think that was a DP Sickle was going for from that corner escape there. And then great catch with the perfect parry. Goes for the flaming Tatsus and then gets that target combo up in there. Neutral jump. Look how deep he gets on that safe jump. Sickle going down. He is he's like the Sickle and Ghouls and Ghosts.
Coming it just hits you in the front. Man.
Yeah, it just hits you and then you see that other animation of like a second hit coming out. Let's see Ramsor take it though. I gotta say, Ramsor came close on some of those rounds there, especially with that level 2 flyer.
Okay, now the Ken pick's making sense.
You know what he did? You know what he did there? That was like, he just rose up through, saw that tornado coming, that air funnel. I am the storm, Ramsor. Letting him know. He is like, I am gonna say it and spray it. You're gonna get the news and the weather. Early edition. Low forward, drive rush to the house. Dragon
Level
Lash,
2.
you know what to do.
Jinrakia!
Man said, I am the storm. Command, because it's funny because like Rashid, he sprints, right? He's got like that KOF style, like not a dash, it's a sprint. But Ken's got a command run too. And so it's like, I love this pick for Sickle here because it's like, it's straight up a track meet. Now was that?
Yep. No, so Ramsor is saying just a few seconds. It looks like.
Okay.
So Dude-Sickle is just sitting there waiting, and this is Dude-Sickle number 5. I'm not sure if this is his main account or again. I swear to you, dude. If you go to Ken, select Ken, and look at the Ken rankings, like 6 of them are Dude-Sickle. It doesn't make any sense.
That was like Smug in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, dude. He does it for like half the cast. Like this is an actual ranked demon, man. Like this is a Street Fighter 6 enjoyer.
Hey, I love it though, because hey, that's where Punk came from. That's where like a lot of God players like rose from that.
Yeah. That's the origin story usually. At least in the new day and age, right? You have these online monsters, they show up offline, and then they prove that it's not just online. They actually have what it takes. And Ramsor, let's see if that break made a difference. Let's see if Ramsor was able to go back, maybe talk to his team a little bit. It's not looking good though.
This drive rush is just too strong, and Sickle's now on match point with it. I mean, he's looking like, a few more drive rushes, the match is gonna be shorter than the break was. Hoping to see Ramsor turn it around here. He's gonna have to get a conversion with that level, like a punish counter throw off that something.
Yeah, and all the perfect parry into the drive of impact. Yo, Chris, this is the last player that they have on their end as well. It's all on Ramsor, the anchor, and it's not looking good for him. Dude-Sickle has the corner. Of course, he is playing Ken. It's not uncommon. Throw loops. What's the situation again? Tries to bait out like the cross medium kick. Okay.
I like that. That is a pro tactic to get out of the corner there. Let's see what the mix-up is. Pushes him back. Oh, goes for the overhead from the whiff throw attempt. 2 low forwards, nothing to convert off of that despite a full drive gauge.
Oh, that's going to be level 3.
There.
Oh, no.
That's nothing on the gym ride.
Teabag? Is that what that was? Oh, he's teabagging.
Oh, he's teabagging.
Oh, my God. Not in the team tournament, man. Your team's depending on you.
Yo, he straight up gave him a free hit knowing he ain't got the resources to finish with it. He's like, come get it from the corner there. And he's still bagging with it. Walk up throw with a 3-0 to send it home. Dude-Sickle with a sickening statement. Man out there he already out there rocking the red.
Unnecessary baggage, man. Unnecessary baggage. Oh my God, man.
Weep.
Well, for what it's worth, there in the chat, looks like it's GG's all around. No hard feelings on that, right? It's just some mental damage and some some dominance, I suppose, from Team REZ, and also Dutsuko just wanted to add the the little tea bag on top of your little side dish of nonsense you've dealt with so far. But I do like the fact that Ramsor was able to look at that and say, "LOL, GG's," all in good fun, not making it a big deal.
Yeah, and it was good to see Big Mo and Dude Sickle like come through with it, because they were the ones that were eliminated in the previous round against Team EX Dojo. But to see like them be able to like go the distance and show that kind of adaptations, character variety. I mean, they were just nice. They had awareness of the matchup, which I really thought was really strong there. They were able to play through the players' strengths in that matchup, which I felt was strong. And really, it was just all across the board. Like, I mean, Noah just did not let Simply Ego's JT do anything. And then you had, Enzo's just been absolutely, Enzo the Kage has been absolutely unstoppable with that Sagat. We're not seeing rounds being taken. We're not seeing fights being. He is just when that Sagat walks into the room, you do not make eye contact with that Sagat. It is like what Kevin Hart said about the gorilla when you're going on a gorilla trek. You do not look the gorilla in the eye. You give him the power and you just stare at the ground, because the moment you're staring at him, Tiger Knee, Tiger Nexus, and if you're unlucky, level 3 that we saw. Unstoppable there. That was just a great, a lot of momentum here. So now they moving on. So we got to see coming up next is going to be on the other winner's side, it's going to be Team Sin going up against Team Hitbox.
Yep. That's going to be an interesting one. Hitbox versus Oni.
Oni Global. Right. Oni
yes.
One. Yeah.
Yeah, so, and that would mean then that STier Gaming's going to be moving down to the loser side and fighting to get into the finals there. So we'll see how that one goes. But overall, it's shaping up to be a really good bracket. Team Hitbox, of course, one of the teams that got the bye. But no slouches in this event. Everyone there is really strong as well. And Oni, of course, looking very, 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 very good. I'm excited to see. So far REZ is just looking unstoppable. That's really the kind of the storyline at the moment. Not necessarily because no one is standing against them per se as a whole in teams, but more so because I think that they have a few juggernauts who just seem to be completely unstoppable in Noah and Enzo. That's quite the pair, right? Especially because I believe they're cousins, so it kind of makes sense. We have the family trio, or not trio, but doubles of the Sagat, was like more traditional standard. I think Enzo plays in a more traditional way, and even though he's younger than Noah, he's very like traditional standard. He can get aggressive, but that's just kind of the nature of the game. And when he sees that he smells blood, he's playing a tiger, right? You got to go in for the kill. But Noah, who is just like, okay, I'm just trying to cook you the whole time. It just so good luck. Just feels like a wrecking ball, right? Just buzzsaw coming at you 24/7. So I really feel like REZ having those two, not just as anchors as a whole, but just more so having them on the team, they're going to be hard to beat. And Enzo, again, I can't point out enough. He has over 2,200 MR in North America casually. That's insane in itself. And he's maintaining. It's not like he's not playing ranked. He's maintaining, and he just shows how consistent he is. Had a good showing today at the Gauntlet. Shows up here, does work. I think that those are the MVP so far. We talked about that last time, right? Even against EX Dojo previously, I said it was hard to tell who was the MVP. Man, I'm curious to see how the other teams fare against them, because right now it's looking like they might be unstoppable overall.
Well, we saw in the previous round, Team Oni played very, very strong against Team Synergy. You can't count out Carsonist. Like, his Aki is just like ridiculous in the neutral there. But really, it was just a lot of speed. Like, everything was just a track meet there with Naji, Complex, and Doma. So they're going to match aggression with aggression here. We're going to see some of that, you're going to see some madness with the drive rush. You're going to see a lot of that green smoke, Yeah. That's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. That's what we love in here. But, I'm liking the losers bracket, too, as well, man. I'm kicking it with Team EX Dojo against Team XTG. I think will be a fun hype match. And don't count out Team Sin. They had an interesting mix there with going with the two Shoto duo they have as well with Young Mateen and Mango Man. So
Young Mateen
don't count out.
Did quite well as well in the team battle. So again, no slouches here. No slouches here. I think it's really gonna come down to, at the end of the day, can at least one of your players, because this isn't Pokemon style in a traditional sense. So it's not like you're whoever you're sending as a point is just gonna carry and no one's gonna have to play. Everyone's gonna have to play, but it will come down to, if there's one player who is stronger than everyone on that given day, then that team's probably gonna win. That's just how it's gonna go. That's how the dice rolls. But I think overall, just the spread of all the teams, every team has legitimate threats. So, I think Synergy is looking strong. I think Oni's looking strong. EX Dojo and Losers, even though they lost the first round, I think is looking strong. Everyone right now is looking strong. REZ, of course, looking outrageously good. STier looking strong now that they're in Losers, even so. So yeah, yapping a lot about it. I think that every team right here is particularly is filled with particularly good players. So it's going to be good all around. It's going to be good all around.
Yeah, and there's still teams I've yet to see, like Team Hitbox, which has a lot of like online veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just online, but I played Prototype, Magnegro, RVX. I played them all offline as well.
Yes.
But I mean, like we've seen them achieve so much, like in like both types of brackets as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Team Hitbox and the type of synergy you have coming through with it. So yeah, I mean, like there's no slouches here, man. Everybody just got to keep on having a good day and just showing out for your team, man. That's what team battle is about, man. It's the heart of the champion. Don't ever underestimate.
Yes, sir.
They say that over in Houston. So.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's go ahead and wrap up. This was really quick, by the way. I'm very happy with this format, just because sometimes it's a sweep, sometimes it's not a sweep. But either way, because it's Street Fighter 6, you can expect to be done somewhere in the range of an hour, right? So it's just like, let's just do the top 8.
The characters too. That's what people don't talk about, man. Like everybody like got a blanket statement of SF6 first 2 or first to 3, but it's like some characters are slower than others. Yep. Look at what you got on paper here. You got Luke, you got Kimberly on a bunch of teams, Jury. That's just holding down the parry and dash. Like, so yeah, that clock's gonna fly. But like, if you had like, say like Guile versus Chun-Li, or like like Chun-Li versus Dalzim, like some matches move like molasses in this game. But like, it depends on the cap. That's
well, to be fair, Team STG, if you can look right here, this team is not a team filled with high damage characters. I think most of these characters are pretty low damage in the aspect of Street Fighter 6. Outside of JP in the corner with a full heavy starter, right? Like JP in the corner with a full heavy starter might as well be Marissa in certain situations. But this entire team they're not heavy hitters. But when you come back over here, you want to talk about characters dishing out damage. This is Team Juggernaut, basically. More or less, they're better characters at damage, but just like consistent damage over time, the opportunity to get damage more often than not. I do agree with you, but the game is explosive, right? I don't think the last set was too fast per se. But even if it doesn't happen as quickly as Marissa combo video, it's still going to be relatively fast. It just is. You might add another minute to it. Gal versus Gal. Gal is still gonna drive rush knee, put you in the corner, and then eventually get tagged with a heavy. It's gonna happen. So I think at the end of the day, it is the nature of the game. But you are correct. Certain characters are on Earth. Some are on the moon. Some are in Mars, and then some are in a different galaxy. 100% agree with that.
I'm just saying, man, like Chun-Li players are usually the ones that are like staying a little longer in the pools. Like once in a while, there's people who are like able to wrap up like 3 matches ahead.
Yep.
And like even in a first to 2, I'm all the way in that 1-1, one round apiece, final round type setting. And it's just like that, like, I mean, like some matches move, like I think Chun-Li versus DJ. I think that's a really slow matchup as well. Mm-hmm. Like just because of how much it relies so much on positioning and not giving up mistakes. It just and then sometimes it's just like the approach how it flows like that. So I just that's just my take. I've been wanting to get that one off my chest for like the last 3 years.
All right, you could clip it, man. Clip it. Put it as a screensaver. Just play it on a loop with the sound on. Good to go.
Because I'm just saying,
we're destined to stay in pools longer. True, that's true.
Like when you, it's just like it's just the silliest thing. It's like once you started making Street Fighter 6 Go first to 3, like I've been like the one still playing my pool while the other pool is like waiting to show up. So
That, I mean, it'd be like that, man. And that could also just be you have a slow play style and you have a character that allows you to do that. That could be the case as well. But let's not push this too long. Do you have any final statements outside of Chun-Li doesn't do enough damage and the other characters are insane?
No, that was me in 5. That was me in
Okay.
SF5. All right, she's cool now. Great actually. Yeah, I'm good, man. I mean, I'm gonna be at Frosty's in 2 weeks.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
So you were there last year. It's gonna be dope. I love it. Always a good time. Hopefully I don't freeze or whatever. And yeah, you'll just I'm doing commentary more full time, so you'll see more of me. And if you want to find me or say anything, I always got open communication policy. Whatever, come find me on TikTok, X, Facebook, Sora, Instagram. I might be on Threads. I don't know. But I'm everywhere. Just look up Team Chris. Put up Bat City. I'll answer.
Nice. Cool. And of course, Dr. African, just the way it's spelled on the screen there. No spaces on pretty much everything. But more than anything, follow EX Dojo. Follow our Twitter. Follow our Twitch, since we're streaming now. We actually have a reason to turn on the stream now. YouTube, content coming your way this year. Like 100%, I promise. It's already being edited as we speak. So you guys should definitely go check that out. We released the Footsies 101 a while back. We just kind of did it as a test run to see what we wanted to do. So we have a lot more kind of foundation-based content coming your way. So I would say more than anything, follow EX Dojo. I don't really care about you following me, but if you're interested in me randomly saying nonsense and making stupid memes every now and then, sure, follow me. That's about all I do on social media these days. But yeah. That's pretty much it. Team REZ sweeps. Again, Noah the Prodigy and Enzo the Okage, I would say, are the MVPs today. Even though everyone on the team carried their weight, I would say that both of those guys are just looking straight up unstoppable. So I'm curious to see how that goes. I'm looking forward to the next event, which is going to be on Thursday on HDGG's Twitch. So if you guys aren't following them, we'll be retweeting that if you follow us on Twitter as well. So just keep tabs on it. And yeah, that's about it, y'all. This was great. And I guess we'll see you. Well, I should probably rate someone, huh? I'm being a scrub. Neo Jedi would rate someone.
There's a ton of people on.
Is he streaming? I think Neo Jedi might be streaming, actually. For you guys who don't know, Neo Jedi usually helps us run our events. And he couldn't make it today because he was running Dragon Ball Z for Europe. Or Dragon Ball Fighters, rather, for Europe. So dude never stops working. If you guys ever get a chance to check him out 100%, please do. So Street Fighter, let me see. Jack is live. Let's host Jack. We tried to host him last time, but he dodged us, or raid him rather. I don't know how many of you guys are in the chat, but if you're here, please just hang out for a second. Go tell Jack he sucks from me. Like, specifically tell him he sucks, and that message was from me. Appreciate you guys.
That's some baggage. That's some baggage from this morning, huh?